Alright, so I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. If anybody's seen my new fish tank videos, they know that I have moved. And this will be kind of me giving a little review of this PC case, because this is my new build. And kind of explaining where this is going to go, hopefully. And kind of giving you an idea of what's to come on my channel, hopefully. One, I'm going to start making videos again, obviously. I've been talking about that for a while. I don't know if I've uploaded anything saying that or whatever, or written anything, but something that I'm finally going to try to do here. And, I mean, people like me need to come back into the YouTube space, because Blizzard, Ubisoft, Activision, let's just basically say I'm going to start a series what's going to be titled, insert name here, we need to talk. And it's just going to be about the truth. And that's 100% what it's going to be. And if anybody wants to get butthurt or offended by it, I don't really care. Because you know what? Blizzard and Activision and all them don't give a fuck about you. So, you're virtue signaling for nothing. They don't care that you're defending them. They don't give a fuck. They're not going to come to your house and give you money or any of those other things because you defended them. No, they're not going to do that. They don't care about you. So, I don't care if you're offended, because you're being offended for nothing. Because you're not defending anyone, because they don't give a fuck about you either. But anyway, that's kind of what's coming on the channel as far as non-gameplay footage for YouTube videos. But as far as this goes, this is my new build. I have a hard drive, 500 gig. Attached to the side, SSD, a small like 150, 200 gig for my operating system. Anything I want to put on there to, it might actually be 300. I don't know. It's a smaller hard drive, but I put anything on there that I need to, like the older games and stuff like that I find they run a lot better on SSDs than they do on the HDDs because of the technology. So I have that there for that, and it came with the computer I bought, because I bought a tower with older parts. Because I just told the guy at the store that I just want something that can play anything from 2000, I think I said 16 and below, because the last time I had a computer was like 2013. So I'm already missing out on like 6 years of games with a computer of that spec can play. So, you know, I figured I had time to check out the games that have come out in the past 6 years before, you know, the big upgrade in the computer world where all the games started targeting, you know, more powerful hardware. And I would just take time to go through those games until I had money to upgrade to even more powerful hardware. What we got here is a Thermaltake Smart Series RGB 600 watt, which I think I'm using maybe 300 of that 600, maybe even less. We have an Intel. I totally forget what kind. And I don't know the codes and stuff enough to just read off the serial numbers, but it'll tell you which one it is. I have a gigabyte mother drive. It's probably an older version. And it comes with a fan right here, back here. And the thing that made me buy this case, which I ended up losing the dust covers for anyway. So I bought this case pretty much for nothing because I lost them. But I know you can buy more. And if anybody knows where you can buy the ones that cover the whole side of the PC, let me know, because I went on Amazon and all they show were the fan dust covers, the magnetic fan dust covers, and I need something that covers the whole panel. And I'm not trying to spend 40 hours on Amazon or wherever else looking for these things when I could just open it up periodically and condense air the fuck out of it. So, like, it's not a big deal, but it is in a way, because I bought the computer for that, for the airflow and the dust prevention. And I kind of screwed it up on my own. No one to blame but myself. You know, whatever. I was angry for a day, got over it. And I'm going to give you a little bit of review of what this... It's not going to be a real in-depth review, but maybe some problems and stuff I'm encountering while I was building it to better inform you to not make the same mistakes, or to make sure you're looking for this if you're building a PC piece by piece, which I'm not doing. Like I said, I went and bought a full tower that was older with some of the best technology from, like, you know, 2016 that you can buy I think, because this is a 1050 Ti. And we're going to go back here, and I'm going to show you a little problem I encountered that makes no sense, right? And this is probably going to get some jokes in the comments. CoolerMaster, you did this to yourself. I'm sorry, like, I can't control it. You're going to get the jokes here because this is kind of dumb on an engineering standpoint when it comes to building a tower and computer for people to build in. So, you have nobody to blame but yourself, CoolerMaster. Don't attack me because you designed this thing and you passed it for patenting and sold it. So now I just got to put my comments down, right? Alright, CoolerMaster, what the fuck is this? What is that? Like, okay. And what goes over here is a blank panel. Not, oh, I'm sorry, my finger. A blank panel goes right here, right? It's not a see-through panel. It's not a panel with holes on that you could put a fan on. If I had a really powerful computer that pulled a lot of power and made a lot of heat, this would die. This would fucking... I would take my 2 terabyte hard drive and just throw it in the trash because there's no fucking airflow back here. Your name is CoolerMaster, bro. There is no airflow. The whole point of your company is to cool things. And you put something here that's fucking hot. Like, oh man, I don't get it. But yeah, so that's that little issue. Another little issue is if you're doing old technology, make sure you're paying attention to the connectors on the new cases that you're buying. Chances are you won't be able to connect them until you buy a newer motherboard because we got 2 3.0 USB slots, power button, headphone, mic jack, and a reset button. The only thing I was able to actually plug into this motherboard was the power button, reset button, and I think maybe the headphone jack. Or, yeah, it was the headphone jack, maybe. The other connectors are, I don't know, newer connectors or whatever, but, alright. I can actually show you because I have this thing open. I didn't do that in my first version of this. Oh, zoom in. Right there are the USB plugs on this motherboard, right? That gap right there is too big. Want to know why? I guess to streamline and make it easier for wire management. Oh, they did... Oh, get out of the way. They did this. This is the plug for both USB ports, right? If you have an older motherboard, chances are that's not going to fit. I do not know. Is this for the USB plug too? No, it does not look like it. Oh no, that's the HD audio. Never mind. I'm sorry. I wasn't even pointing the camera where it's supposed to be. I'll get better with that, guys. But yeah, there's the HD audio. So I'm assuming that's the headphone jack. Or I mean, the mic jack. Right? But the cool thing is, if you're not using it, this wire management side actually has little nice cubby corners that you can... Cubby corners here. I know, I gotta get better with the fucking filming. Cubby corners here that any excess wires you have that you don't have connectors to hook up, you can just kind of take a zip tie, tie them up, and, you know, tuck them in. So that's a cool feature. The only bad feature about this is the hard drive mount. But then again, it does have 2 SSD drive mounts, which first time having a PC case with SSD mounts, you guys will laugh at me how long it took me to figure out what the fuck those were and what the rubber thingies were for. Because I was trying to stick those rubber thingies in like every single hole here, trying to figure out what they were for, just totally ignoring those holes right there, realizing they were the exact same size as the rubber thingy. So you guys would have freaking laughed your asses off at me for how long it took me to figure out what those holes were for. But overall, it's kind of nice. The only other problem I would say is if you're buying fans for this, because one of the reasons I bought this too is because you can literally put a fan anywhere on the top and the side of this thing, and it's perfectly viable if you have the right size fan. I have 2 fans in my old case that I tried to use in here to keep airflow until I could buy new fans. And they're too small. They will not line up with any of these holes. I tried the whole case. So make sure you're paying attention to the fans, right? How big they are and stuff like that. Same thing. Hard drives. It took me about 40 minutes to figure out where I could mount this thing on this wall. Because you would think, oh, well, everything's kind of like the same millimeter and stuff in size a lot of the time. You know, sorry for the mower. And you would think, okay, a lot of these things could just stick on the side. Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't work on top. But for whatever reason, I found 2 holes right there I can screw. Bam, bam. Right? And yes, I know I'm probably gonna, to use that long term, I'm probably gonna have to buy a bracket or something to mount there to get him off the side of the wall. I fully understand that. That's not the hard drive I use 90% of the time, so I'm not worried about it now. And I got a mower. That's awesome. Weird though, because he was selling the mower that he's using. But anyway, hopefully you can still hear me over this mower. I'll talk a little louder. Sorry if you have headphones on. Didn't mean that. I was trying to get this done before this shit kind of happened, and it didn't work. But that's kind of where my channel's going. It's kind of what I'm planning here. Obviously, this will get upgraded. Obviously, once I use more power and stuff and I have more money to buy better parts, the case itself will probably be upgraded again. So this is just kind of the start of the journey. Me restarting the YouTube channel, restarting my computer, getting better quality shit, and being able to do the things I need to do for YouTube to make it work. So hopefully you guys like this video. Any suggestions, comments, anything I can do to fix anything on here, let me know what my wire management is like, if you guys like it, or if you see something that you guys have done and found out it doesn't really work and it can harm the computer or something, just let me know, because it's been, like I said, about 10 years since I've done this. So obviously I'm going to make some mistakes here, even though I kind of know what I'm doing, because there's a whole world of technology out there that didn't exist when I first started doing this. So obviously there's gonna be a lot of shit I don't understand, a lot of shit that, you know, just doesn't make sense to me because I haven't dealt with the technology yet, where I haven't made these mistakes that you guys have maybe made to learn from. So if there's anything in here that you can see that maybe I need to work on getting better and maybe move or mount somewhere else, let me know. Please let me know. I'm not necessarily a beginner, but I am kind of learning the new technology that is being used and a lot of these other things. So I'm kind of on a self-discovery trip of learning these things. So like I said, any help I can get is amazing, and hopefully I can get a good following here. And as usual, I will be trying not to do scripted videos. All my videos are going to be my true opinion and my true emotions, regardless of anything. And I may film them a couple times to, you know, shorten them or get to the point a little better. But overall, my videos will not be scripted. They may have highlight points like some YouTubers do. You'll see them have papers in front of them that kind of write down things they want to talk about, and then once they remind themselves from there, they just kind of go for it. Also, if the mower gets in the way of this shit, sorry, I didn't try that. I tried to do these things before people did this stuff, and then obviously it didn't work out. But thank you for watching, and hope you guys are looking forward to my new videos that may be coming out, and hopefully I can get some good subjects for the Let's Have a Talk videos, because I think someone in the YouTube industry, or YouTube space, needs to make videos like that and actually talk about real shit, because everybody's virtual signaling for these companies that don't care about them, and that makes these companies think they can just do it and get away with it, and I don't agree with that. So I think it's time somebody talks out and talks about it, and I'm probably going to be that person. hopefully. So let me know if there's any subjects you guys want me to talk about, or you want me to touch on or look up and research that you think the gaming industry needs to fix. And if it's a big enough importance over the ones I want to make first, I'll definitely add that to the list for now, and we'll get to it. But yeah, just give me some ideas. This isn't something, there's one other idea I may have that may not come to fruition, so please note that in this video. It may not actually get done, but I wanted to mention it. Maybe it'll get to Chris Webby's ear, if you know the rapper Chris Webby. He does a series of music videos called Raw Thoughts, and I thought it would be fun to remix those tracks, and actually, instead of having politicians and stuff in the lyrics of the song, replacing it with gaming. So basically doing a gaming parody of the Raw Thoughts track for Chris Webby. But obviously it wouldn't happen for a while yet. Obviously I would have to get a hold of him or someone affiliated with him to make sure it's okay before I do it. So like I said, it may not come to fruition, but it's something I want to think about doing. And if not being able to do parodies of other artists' songs like a Weird Al thing, then maybe writing my own and seeing if I can get someone to help me do that. But yeah, I think a lot of these subjects in the gaming world, especially for us gamers, really should be talked about, because it's affecting our lives, it's affecting our budget, it's affecting our hobbies that we literally go to calm down and get rid of our anger and all these other things, and all these people care about is the fucking money. And this needs to stop. This needs to stop, because this is what happened in the 80s when Nintendo, Sega, and all them crashed. The same thing happened. They were just concerned about the money. They weren't concerned about the quality or the worth of what they're actually selling. And everybody just said, screw it, we're going to go somewhere else. And that's what happened. And we almost lost the gaming industry. And if that happens again, there's a good chance, because everything is so expensive these days, that the gaming industry is done. The gaming will be a relic of the past, and our hobby will literally be wiped off the face of the planet. So, I mean, obviously, just like before, you're still going to have people that'll make games and stuff, but it'll never be to this level again. And getting it to this level, for people like me who are 30-some years old and older, has literally been our entire life doing so. So, we're watching our life's work basically be dismantled right in front of us. Oh, and if that's wondering, I notice I keep putting that in frame. That is a little ecosystem I have going with a water fleas and stuff in it for my fish. Don't know how well it's going to work, but yeah, I figured you guys would have questions about the weird mason jar in the back with water and leaves in it. But yeah, that's everything I got for today, and thank you for watching, and I will see you the next video I upload. I don't know what that will be. Maybe a fish video. Maybe I'll actually have a gaming video. I don't know. I got to finish moving first. But once I do that, I'm setting everything up. And hopefully when I'm done with this setup, everything, including the TV and the lights around the TV, will be black and green, because those are my two favorite colors. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending this time watching the video. And like I said, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Give me suggestions. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do any of those things. I'm not afraid of criticism. I'm not afraid of being wrong. So, don't be afraid to let me know, alright? I'm going to sign out, and this is Gas Grass or Ass 007 Gaming. See you next time.